What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Nick, and today we are talking about yesterday's matchup, Jake Paul and Anderson Silva. So hear me out. First of all, f*** you, Jake Paul.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Listen to me, man. Every time I want this dude to get beat up, it's just not happening. Okay, now here's the thing, okay? Because in my heart of hearts, I really believed Anderson Silva was winning. I would say going, it was 8 rounds. And just kind of, I thought that he had majority of the first half. You know what I mean? Apparently the commentators didn't think that, but I thought that he had majority of the first half. When I was looking at it, I was like, Anderson was doing a whole lot more. He was kind of landing his punches. Jake Paul was throwing a lot of that Anderson was weaving. You know what I'm saying? Just being typical GOAT Anderson Silva. He was just doing what he do best. But I'm going to go out and say something that's going to hurt me in my spirit, in my mind, and in my body, okay? I'm okay with the results. Getting close to round 6, 7, and 8, I was like, yeah, I think Jake Paul got this. So it made me kind of really think about the other rounds, and I was like, I'm okay with that. And I actually predicted, I said it on Twitter, I said it to my best friend, I actually, thought that Jake Paul would beat Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva is 47 years old. Can we use that as an excuse now? Because if you really think about it, Anderson still got it. He still got it. He can still fight. He can still box. Jake is a lot younger. This is how I know that he's going to run into trouble. The moment that he fights somebody young and it's an actual freaking boxer, you know what I'm saying? He's going to run into a problem because he's going the distance with a lot of these guys that are much older than him. This is not their primary, sport, you know what I'm saying? And he's having, some troubles with it. Even Deontay Wilder. I literally thought Deontay Wilder was winning until he got put to sleep. Literally thought he was winning. So I'm not as upset as I thought I was. I want to be mad. I really, really, really want to be mad. There's an inner part of me that is mad, but I can't be. If you really think about Jake Paul, I hate this guy.
I'm polarizing.
But he really fights for, good causes, and he's always doing something good for a bigger picture, and you know what I'm saying? Fighting for the pay of the UFC fighters, and you know what I'm saying? All he wants these people to do is step out, so he is doing these things for reasons, you know what I'm saying? And you really can't hate on that. And I know people, I was hearing him talk about kids, and I was hearing people booing him. And I was like, oh wow, I don't even like him, but this is a top tier level of hate. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And Logan Paul gonna get his ass beat by Roman Reigns too. That's a little bit more scripted, but whatever. But yeah, he's not his brother. He's not Jake. So there's a bit of a difference there. Yeah, Jake, I really, really want to see him with competition that is really, really matched up. Because that's the only way that I feel like I can judge him as a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I can't take you serious if you're fighting Nate Robinson. What? Little baby Nate Robinson? Yes, from the Boston Celtics. Yeah, that's not good. I can't take you serious. Ben Askren. Okay? Oh, shit. Okay. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Anderson Silva, I think, was something that he can have more bragging rights for, because Anderson Silva, he is my favorite of all time UFC fighter. Of all time. So yeah, you can have a little bragging rights, but the point is this 47-year-old really was trying to prove something within himself. That I can still get out there with the young kids. I can still get out there. He's 47 years old. He's not old. But you know what I'm saying? Jake Paul is young. You know what I'm saying? So there is a difference. Yeah, I think overall the match was actually good. Like I said, it went the distance. He did knock Anderson down, not out. He knocked him down, and Anderson kind of just sat there and looked. I think that was round 7. I was like, when he got knocked out, I was like, God. That's what I was just thinking in my head. I'm like, you almost, I would have been okay if he just didn't get knocked out. I mean, if he didn't get knocked down, I would have been okay. But as soon as he did it, I was like, Jesus Christ, now now Jake Paul can throw it in a highlight reel and pretend like he did all of this. And no, you didn't. He ran right into your hook. It's okay. But I thought that was actually a pretty good fight. That was actually a really, really good fight. I think that was his best fight. Also, that was his best fight also. Shout out to Anderson Silva, man, for being he's out an incredible sport, not intimidated by nothing. Gave him his props. Jake Paul, he's young. And I said this before, and I could be wrong, but I think Jake was going to win this no matter what. This could have went the whole 8 rounds like it did, and we could have clearly seen Anderson Silva beat him, and the judges would have gave it to Jake Paul. Just because it makes for a better story. We know Jake Paul, this is a character that he has as well. I'm learning more about how they operate. This is more of a character. So I think that, yeah, this would have definitely been, going towards his way regardless. That's just my opinion. It looks better on paper to just say Jake Paul is undefeated. He's beaten all of these legends, and whatnot. So, yeah, and I do think that he will beat Nate Diaz as well. I 100% do. So, yeah. But that's all I got to say about that, man. Y'all have a good one.